Oh, I just did all of that, then you saw nothing. There's a whole bunch of water on there. And I put more and more and more on. Now, I'm just going to put this on pause and come back later when, well, I can do one more here while this is, no. I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm not going to move it around. And there's a sign right here that says, "Don't hurry, watercolor." And it was right there, and I touched it, and it immediately disappeared. I saw something disappear right out of my hand once too, which is really too weird. All right. Not going to move that around. All right, so here, rather than scooping out a whole bunch of blue, at its highest intensity, the dullness of this has nothing to do with this. It's the water. The water I've been using is getting gray. Anyway, this is 3 layers. This is 2 layers. The intensity, and we can also call it darkness, but because it's not lightness, of a color can be attained by overlapping. And you don't have to use the full intensity to do this. You just want to get a wash, 3 washes to see what happens. It's not much of a wash, is it? It's a nice dry brush. Okay, and then this, not exactly chicken scratching. I'm pushing the water around while it's still on top. Now you see here, this size is more suited to this brush, which is why we're going to be working on half sheets of this. Okay, that is yellow ochre, not the yellow. This is yellow, lemon yellow. Here's our yellow ochre, and that's what we need to use. Here, there's salt and wax everywhere. These aren't quite dry yet, but look at how it's mottling a little here. M-O-T-T-L-I-N-G, not modeling, but mottling. Okay, I think that's from a piece of salt with blue on it. So, I believe that my aim on these 3 here is to show that a buildup can make it darker. And I'm really aiming for each wash to be as light as the other one, and that's not exactly happening, but doesn't matter terribly. I might as well make another. Yeah, let's do. This gets all in the brush. I didn't expect that. I've done wax resist before, but I think I've used the little white crayons that come in the egg decorating things. Not white crayons, but clear. And I just used a chunk of candle wax that I dug out of a big candle trying to get down to the wick again. I want to get something dark here. So when you use the candle, it's just the crumbs coming off of it or something. Say, because you see how it's beading up here? But then when you work it out, all these little bits, these are all little bits of wax. Mr. Natural says, use the right tool for the job. There. Now, by doing this, I'm pulling the beaded up paint as well as the itty bitty pieces of wax off of the surface. Where it's waxy, and then that enables me to smooth out the paper. And now I'm using this to kind of remove water. And as I remove it, it's not all going into the brush, it's actually going down off of the wax and onto the paper with a drier brush. Playtime. Okay, this thing is still drying here. So I'm going to wait a while. And these are still drying. here. What happened to that? Oh, here's another paper towel. No, it's something else. Okay. Give this yellow a chance here. Oh. So yeah, you can spot clean your nice white palette like this. You know, when you finish mixing up a bunch of blacks in the middle, you clean all that out. And then you have a nice clean mixing surface. And you don't have to clean all the colors. Just clean the ones that you want to clean. Ooh, I hope that wasn't in the picture. Okay. And just like a nice thin yellow wash. Yellow ochre, actually. Gonna wait just a little longer on this and see if it'll just shake off outside. Oops. Now I'm gonna take this out. No, I'm gonna brush this off just inside my front door. You guys need to get a load of this. I brushed off what I could, but I'm actually scraping off a bunch. Probably a Q-tip. I mean, not a Q-tip, a popsicle stick or something would be good. It's not going to hurt to leave it on, but there's like a lot, like sandpaper. There. That right there is generally what to expect from a salt wash. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this one. This is just a wet into wet with somewhat complementary colors, a blue green and a sienna. Okay, so I'm gonna stop this video right here, and I've got a nice big bunch of stuff here. So again, this is brush handling, and then we need to go back to the color wheel and do the color harmonies to do color theory. And the best way to get color theory under your belt is to go ahead and paint the color wheel and then do the exercises. I mean, we could conceivably take a piece of paper like this and divide it into 4. Divide it even into 6, maybe, and try different color harmonies of the same design. The easiest thing to do is to make a geometric design with enough variety in it to it's like a mandala, basically, but enough little pieces of variety in it for a variety of tones, whoops, tints and shades, and not a whole bunch of colors within a limited palette, but still variety. All right, I think that's the end of this one. Subscribe, give me a like, which is a thumbs up here, and leave a comment, ask a question, make a request. And I'm still doing a lot more without using my left hand to hold the camera. This is on a tripod. My wrist actually kind of screams out every time it reaches for the camera. It goes, no! It's getting better though. Okay, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. And see the other videos in the list that this is on. Or go to my list of uploads and you'll see these. They're all coming in a logical order. Although when you play things on YouTube, they play the most recent first. So something like this, you have to go back to the beginning and then go the other direction. All right, thank you very much. Oh, got one more thing to do before I make this an end. We have the last little bit of yellow. I almost missed it. I'm going to lose tap water here because it's cleaner at the moment. Okay. All right, so we're making the color more intense or more saturated on the page. So we're putting down a wash, right, which is not real saturated. But when we have 3 layers of it, it's saturated there. That's not a hair from the brushes, happy to say. There, okay. I'm just going to wait for it to dry. And, oh. Yeah. That's that. I need to then go on from these and these other samples of layers of building up both by other colors and shades and then linear brushwork to finish it all off, to bring them up. But the main point for the crash course is doing the color wheel and doing the color harmonies, and those things will come into play in those, the layering and the brush strokes. And then as far as a watercolor class goes, this goes, and then all different kinds of, techniques and things to do with watercolor after all of those exercises are done. These are really nice for brush control and wash control. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. It looks like the orientation on the camera keeps switching. I'm gonna have trouble editing this.